Welcome, people of God. Keep it locked with Thomas B. on the Music Zone, playing the very best in CHH and Christian R&P around.
What's up, family? What is good? What's going down? This is your boy Thomas B, and welcome to another episode of the Music Zone. Glad to see you guys again. We got another 2-hour show, man. Again. But yeah. Man, I just got some things in my heart, man. I just want to share, man. But COVID-19, has really always been the talk for right now for at least, man, I say months now. I think since around the month of February. Probably been taught even before that, but really hit hard in the month of February, with dealing with COVID-19, the coronavirus. But man, I'm just amazed at the fact that businesses and other working organizations that has employees are still trying to remain open, especially the ones that consider not to be, I could say, mission essential for his employees working and all, and trying to provide the right necessities like we need. Of course, the food, companies, we need them because we need food. Of course, the water, of course, the health products and all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about other areas that may not consider to be mission essential type businesses and companies that has employees are still open right now, even though it's not feasible. It's not very wise right now to continue to have people come to work, still practice the safety of COVID-19 in the working environment, but then after that fact, still yet go home, and then you come back to work, then you find out, then you start having a repetitive amount of cases concerning COVID-19, which is a lot of other workers that work there can possibly get exposed to coronavirus. Especially the ones that came up positive. So it's like, until the businesses or companies get the mind and say, hey, wait a minute. In order to stop this, that means we got to close the plant down for some time to try to get some type of control over this, because it doesn't make sense to work a little bit, gotta stop when another case incident comes, gotta send everybody home, and then do it all over again. For one, you lost people with time, costs, travel. You know what I mean? It's a lot of waste that we're doing right now, and not being very mindful of this thing. That, hey, we got to be smart about what we're doing, and it's just not, to me, it's not proper safety. So I got to say that right now before we start the show. It's just that one of the things been on my mind heavy, how we can still try to work through and then kind of ignore the signs of, in a working environment, ignore the signs to a point where, okay, put your stuff on. But after that, you go home, there's people out there going to still practice poor practices when it comes to this, to prevent others not to get affected, even their families. So, I mean, you might have kids, you don't want to expose your family to it because, someone in the plant got it, and then we're not properly taking the right steps in order to close it down, instead of trying to keep people going. And yeah, I know you want people to make money, but just put everybody on unemployment for a while. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, it's just not, I'm not trying to sound salty or nothing like that, but it's just not wisdom. I mean, there's a difference between wisdom and fear. Okay. And I give you a perfect example. Me being a former soldier, why I'm going to help somebody else put their mask on in a nuclear biological environment, chemical environment, exposed to where you got to have it on, and I got mine's off. Of why by the time I had them put their on, guess what? I could be affected. I could not make it. I could die. You know what I'm saying? So common sense says, hey, let me do the right thing, take care of let me do the right thing, do my part first. And then the next thing that I help my brother man get themselves right. It's just the fact that it's just the procedures of how we do things in society is just totally backwards. But we can't control people what we do. I got it. But that's why I say maybe the best thing for businesses and companies to some point look at the point. Eventually you're gonna have to shut down. Eventually you're gonna have to set down if you keep running repetitive the same stuff, sending people home. It's still almost like a waste of time almost. I mean, it really is. I'm just being frank with you. So that's one of the things that was near my heart. That was bothering me. I hate to take up a lot of part of the show. I know I took up probably 5 minutes of your time. But yeah, anyway, we're going to get into the music thing. We're going to kick off the 5 in a row in a minute. And I just want to give all shout outs to everybody that's listening, all the supporters that's pushing the Music Zone, all the networks out there that you guys have been fabtabulous. You've been outstanding with the support that you've been giving. The Music Zone, and of course, it's myself. I really appreciate it, the love, okay? And all you listeners out there, yeah, definitely. That's definitely a must-have. I have to give you guys a shout-out. Always deserving that. But most of all, we give all honor to God. It would be wrong for me not to even say his name on the show and give him honor and reverence. So, yeah, we give all honor to God for making things all possible concerning the show, concerning you, the listeners, to be able to come on here and listen and enjoy yourselves, and hopefully to be impacted and ministered to through song and I don't know, music or word or something I might have said or whatever. Just appreciate it all. And I just think we're going to give God all the glory in the midst of it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the music. We're going to kick things off with, I kind of felt like this time, kind of flashback here and there, and I kind of felt like I want to flash back into some music, that good music, but just haven't really been heard a lot, you know what I mean? And we got some new music here and there here on the show too. But I want to flash back here now and there, and I think it's good to do that sometimes, to kind of show that because it's not like brand new music, but it still can be banging, it still can be ministering, all that good stuff. But anyway, we're gonna kick the show off with I got the 5-year-old. I'm gonna kick it off with Kelly Williams with Bionic. That's one of my old jams. Just jam on my playlist. And then also my homeboy Chris Cobbins, snacking, freaking Corey Paul. And then my next up after that, I got Warren Campbell with Working, man, Working. We're gonna be working it, okay. And then they're gonna have Jared Sanders featuring Bizzle with Eyes. I got eyes. I see you. I see you. Then Lathan Warlick and with his new one called Fight On. It's a good track. Then had a flashback with the old G. Hope Dealer. Mr. Dale with On God. And then following him, then we're going to have Brody with Psycho. I think that's his new one and that he dropped. Yeah, you got old Brody with Psycho, and remember the other one he had was Holy Water, but now he has a new one now that's called Psycho. So we're excited about to jam that on the show. I'm just gonna go ahead and go down the list. Man, we got some new music from Lucas Ryder. We got Kiera Sheard. We got D Black. We got Chris B. Man, we got some old Trip Lee. We got some RF Music 208. We got some Social Club Misfits. We got a little Kirk Franklin. We got Jimmy Hustle. Man, we got some of everything, man. So, but anyway, I basically kind of went through the whole mirage of music there. But yeah, we're going to get started with Kelly Williams with Bionic, and then following him, Chris Cobbins with Snacking, Warren Campbell with Working, Jared Sanders and Bizzle with Eyes, and Lathan Warlick with Fight On. It's all going down right here, right now, on the Music Zone.
tracks for the 00. It's a brand new sound for your town, call a neuro. She's a biblically intuitive offspring that sings, neglecting internal carnality. Intuitive offspring, neglecting internal carnality. Jesus made me bionic to the principalities. Intuitive obstruction, internal carnality. Jesus made me bionic to the principalities.
The music is in motion.
You know I love it. You see the weight that I'm putting on. Between meals, it's the only thing I'm chewing on. I need a sugar rush. Sell me candy. Not what I need, but you always fit my fancy. And I could do better, but I do me. It takes time to get out of my routine. And now I never have room for you when it's no fair. I keep snacking on everything else. So starting now, I'm choosing. My menu needs some improving. On what I'm taking in. I'm sick of it, I'm just whatever there's gotta be something better. I'm doing too much snacking, 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 snacking on the world, snacking on the world. Too much snacking, 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 snacking on the world, snacking on the world. Sometimes I wanna take my order, but the line gets too long. I want it now. Never mind what I'm waiting on. Give me that fast food. That's the look, cause it takes too long for you to cook. Look, you know